The sun was barely rising, casting a soft golden light over the city that seemed to never really sleep. I was born Michael Thompson on a crisp autumn morning in Brooklyn, New York, under circumstances that molded me into a person enamored with the sounds of life buzzing around me. The early years of my life were encapsulated within the vibrant, rugged tenements that stood proudly despite their peeling paint and creaky windows. From the confines of our small but cozy apartment, dominated by the smell of old books and jasmine tea, my mother taught me the value of hard work and perseverance. She juggled multiple jobs, from cleaning offices late into the night to waiting tables at the bustling diner down the block. Despite the fatigue that painted her face at the end of each day, her eyes twinkled every night as she read stories to me, stories of faraway lands and adventures that ignited a spark in my young heart. School was a battlefield for a shy boy like me. Words stuck in my throat like thick honey, and my clothes, hand-me-downs from cousins twice removed, never fit right. Yet, within the walls of the neighborhood library, I found my sanctuary. The librarian, Mrs. Foster, recognized the curiosity in my eyes. She introduced me to books that danced with characters who felt like friends and theories that explained the world beyond our skyline. As adolescence loomed, the streets taught me lessons no school could. I learned the rhythm of survival, the quick sprint after a street ball, the duck and cover from random outbursts of violence, and the tight-lipped silence in the face of probing questions. These streets could harden the best, but at home, my mother's resolve softened my brewing bitterness. The death of my father was a chapter I learned of but never read. He was a musician whose life had been a series of high notes plummeting into low ones, much like the jazz records he left behind. His absence was a silent echo throughout my life, but it was him who unwittingly charted my course towards music. Amidst the tattered covers of his vinyl collection, I discovered a world where I could express, not just conceal. In my teens, music became my voice. I poured every fear, every hope, and every untold story into melodies that raced through my veins. My band, Rooftop Echoes, became locally known. We weren't just playing music, we were narrating life, setting it to tune, and the locals resonated with our raw, unfiltered beats. At 22, uncertainty was as common as the air I breathed. Despite the minor local success, making a living from music was climbing a greased pole. My mother's health waned, and reality pulled me back from dreams. I found steadier work, initially heart-wrenching but necessary, at a community center teaching music to kids who reminded me of a younger me, eager but hesitant. Years blurred, the band dispersed into responsibilities and adulthood. I didn't make it big, not in the way those novels and movies foretold. But as I sit here writing this at my old worn desk, the city now quiet in its nocturnal repose, I've realized my impact was here, amidst crumpled paper sketches of songs and children's laughter ringing through music halls. My journey was never about reaching a crescendo of fame, but about the soft yet profound influence of notes played at the right moment, echoing through the lives of those kids, my neighbors, my friends. This autobiography isn't just a tale of survival, but of subtle victories in the shadows of larger dreams, like the essence of a life lived richly amidst the backdrop of an ever-changing city skyline. Leaving behind the shades of a young boy, now I am a teacher, a friend, and a continuing student of this vast, intricate life. The streets of Brooklyn, the hustling city, and the serene corners of the library each painted me with resilience, teaching me that sometimes the most impactful stories are the ones whispered in modest, enduring tones.